Hey, what's going on, everybody? It's your host, Norman Murray. Welcome to another episode of the Building Bridges podcast. For my regular listeners, you know I appreciate you and your support. And to those first-timers, welcome to the podcast. I pray something is said that inspires you, motivates you, or at least provokes you in thought. If you want to hear and view some additional content, or maybe even support us, there's a link right under the description of this episode. All right. Let's build a bridge. So today's episode, peace in contentment. And as many of you know, I love to look up words. And so we'll start with the word contentment. And contentment really is the state of being content, which in turn means the state of peaceful happiness or being satisfied, being pleased. This is about your state of mind. So quick question, is your state of mind at ease right now? See, many people believe that being content and using the word satisfied means the end, as though you can't move any further. You know, this is it. I'm satisfied. I don't need nothing else. But the truth of the matter is, if you say to someone, well, I'm satisfied with that job, they might think that you don't have any ambition to do better, right? And in all actuality, because I'm satisfied at the moment doesn't mean that I don't want better or more, for that matter. There are times in all of our lives that we need to be at peace. Sometimes working the job that you currently have brings you that peace, no stress. You know, I don't usually quote rappers, but, you know, I grew up in the 90s and everybody know that rapper Biggie Smalls, and he made that song, you know, more money, more problems. Now, I don't know if he's credited for that or he coined the phrase, but it is true. The more money you make, the higher you go, right? There's some additional problems that come along with it. And of course, there's a benefit as well, right? You can do more. You have the ability to buy things that you couldn't buy before. But generally, there's just more. Everything comes with it, including problems. See, I often think about, well, does the money even bring you peace, right? And we all know the saying that money can't buy you love, money can't buy you happiness. But what are you content in? What are you satisfied with? What are you pleased with? And sometimes the things that we are pleased with the most are things that other people would say is the least. So you got to keep that in mind, that your happiness is not everyone's first choice. Right? They have ulterior motives for different things in life. Contentment means to be at peace with the present. It does not mean complacent. So because I'm happy, because I'm in a good place, doesn't mean I don't want more. It doesn't mean that this is it, right? It doesn't mean that I don't want anything else. It just means that I'm good. It means that you're good where you are currently. Now, perhaps you're the one that's listening right now, that you're the one that's not at peace. And if you're not at peace with what you have achieved or your current situation in life, then change it. Do something about it. But the one thing you shouldn't do is don't let another person tell you what you should be satisfied with. Don't let someone tell you that because they have a certain amount of something or they have achieved a certain goal that you should have the same thing. Now, to them, it might feel like they're looking out for you and giving you some good advice. But throw some questions back at them. You know, ask them, do you understand me? Do you understand, or do you even care to understand what my desires are, what my needs are, what my goals are, what I want to do? that might shift that conversation a bit. Now, I've done some research on my podcast, and the majority of my listeners are, 25 and up, right? So some of you, right, maybe entering a stage of your life where perhaps partying is slowing down, maybe partying is not slowing down. But for those of you that are slowing down and you're starting a family, and you're trying to get serious about life, here's a message for you, because I'm thinking about what the Apostle Paul said, and he was talking to the church of Philippi, if I'm not mistaken, and he said this: "Not that I speak in respect of want, for I have learned in whatsoever state I am, therewith to be content." You see, Paul was teaching, he was writing to the people, and he was telling them that there's got to be a time in your life where you're okay with where you are. And it's okay. You can find that in Philippians 4:11. It doesn't mean that your journey is over. What he was simply telling them is to slow down, take stock in what you have, enjoy it, be content, be satisfied, have the ability to say, "I'm satisfied," have the ability to say, "I'm good." But you see, that has to be a personal choice, because there are some people who don't want to be satisfied, or better yet, they haven't mastered what satisfaction feels like. Because we all know someone that is pushing themselves to the limit. We all know someone who has never been satisfied. You could tell them, "Hey, I got something for you." They say, "Hey, I need 500. You turn around and give them 6. They come back and say, "Well, since you gave me 6, why not give me 7? You see, that's a person that is never satisfied. And if you can't be satisfied, then you surely can't be content in anything, because you're always chasing and running and looking for the next big thing, when meanwhile, everything that you need is right in front of you, is right where you are currently. Now, right here, I'm speaking about me. I have Jesus. So that means I have more than what I need. So please don't take this message to think that I'm saying that you should quit pushing forward, or that your ambitions should be lowered. What I'm saying is, take a look around you, and I'm sure you have plenty to be thankful for. You have worked so hard to get where you currently are, so why not enjoy it? You see, that same Apostle Paul penned a letter to Timothy and said, "But godliness with contentment is great gain." You can find that 1 Timothy 6:6. This speaks volumes to my own life. You see how Paul put it? He said, if you put them together, if you take godliness and contentment, there is great gain. The gain is being satisfied where you are. The gain is living for the Lord. The gain is not stressing about so much that's going on in your life that you honestly have no control over. Paul then comes back in the very next scripture and says, "For we brought nothing into this world, and it is certain we can carry nothing out." 1 Timothy 6:7. Now, I believe many of us know that we can't take things with us when we leave this earth. So why not enjoy them right now? Enjoy what you currently have. Why not enjoy the job that you've been blessed to have, the career that you currently have, the life that you have, the children, the family members, the friends? Why not enjoy them? But in order to do that, you might have to take a pause from something that you're currently chasing after right now. You need peace in your life. See, so it doesn't matter if you're a janitor. It doesn't matter if you're CEO of a Fortune 500 company. It doesn't matter if you're in an entry-level position. It doesn't matter if your money ain't right now. It doesn't matter if whatever, you put something there. We have to learn to be content. So I challenge you today. Pick one thing and slow it down. Find the good in it and enjoy it. Remember what I said earlier. Contentment means to be at peace with the present, not complacent. I truly hope this word inspired or motivated you in some way, shape, or form, or perhaps it even provoked your thought process. But either way, God bless you. Thank you for listening. Y'all keep building those bridges.